So today in this lecture we will see about transcription in prokaryote. What is transcription? Transcription is the synthesis of RNA from DNA. This, and you also know what is gene. Gene is the functional unit of DNA. In this way transcription takes place in prokaryote. So today we will see only in prokaryote in this lecture. A single enzyme, that is DNA dependent RNA polymerase, which helps to synthesize RNA in transcription. So we start with the DNA transcription. So the synthesis of RNA molecule from DNA is called transcription. In eukaryotic cell, all have 5 major classes of RNA, that is ribosomal RNA, messenger RNA, transfer RNA, small nuclear RNA and microRNA. There are 5 RNAs in eukaryotic cell. The first 3 are involved in protein synthesis, while the small nuclear RNA, it is involved in messenger RNA splicing and regulation of gene. Now, before starting the transcription, we should understand what is template strand. So, you know that DNA has 2 strands. One is coding strand and the another is template strand. So, what is that? The template strand is that strand from which the new messenger RNA will be synthesized. So, the new messenger RNA has the anticode what the template DNA has, and the coding DNA, the coding strand of that DNA has the same sequence what the new primary transcript will have. So you understood? So the strand that transcribed or copied into an RNA molecule is known as template strand of DNA, whereas non-template strand is also known as coding strand. Now the information you see in the template strand is read from 3' to 5', whereas in coding strand it is from 5' to 3', and the new synthesized primary transcript, that is also from 5' to 3'. So only the template strand is from 3' to 5' direction. So the sequence of ribonucleotides in the RNA molecule is complementary to the sequence that is present in template strand. So in template strand has the opposite, the anti-code or anti-nucleotides than the primary transcript. So in the coding strand the sequence is same as that of primary. Now the template strand, we can see the one more exception is that in template strand it is T, whereas in new transcript you will see U instead of T, because this thymine is present in DNA but thymine is absent in RNA. So we are going to synthesize RNA. So this thymine is converted into uracil. So you see now this is the coding DNA and this is the template DNA, the anticode of which are synthesized in new DNA. This is from 3' to 5', this is from 5' and coding strand is 5'. So the same sequence is in the new transcript primary transcript, which is same as coding strand. And you can see here instead of T, automatically U will come. So here it is T, you will see here it is U, and here you see TT, so UU. So all thymine are automatically changed to uracils. Now what is transcription unit? A transcription unit is what? It is the region of DNA which will include all the signals for initiation, elongation and termination, or finally, or you can say the region which is responsible for the transcription is known as transcription unit. So you see a transcription unit is defined as the region of DNA that includes all the signals for transcription, initiation, elongation and termination. You see initiation factors are there, which are the regions where promoter regions are there, the coding and template strand is there, and new synthesized RNA is there, and transcription site where it will start. This is promoter region, this is transcription region, and this is complete transcription unit. The DNA dependent RNA polymerase in the enzyme is responsible for polymerization of nucleotides, and this into a sequence complementary to template strand of the gene. The enzyme which attaches to this RNA polymerase enzyme, it attaches to a specific site that is known as promoter site on the template state. It is followed by initiation of RNA synthesis at the starting point, and the process continue till the termination sequence is reached. So now we are seeing what is primary transcript. Primary transcript is what? The newly synthesized RNA. What the new RNA will be synthesized, that is known as primary transcript. The RNA product which is synthesized in the 5' to 3' direction is known as primary transcript. So here the transcription site is there, and this is the new synthesized RNA which is from 5' to 3', which is reverse to the template strand and similar to the coding strand. In prokaryote, this can represent the product of several contiguous genes. 5' terminal of primary RNA transcript and the mature cytoplasmic RNA are identical. The starting point of transcription corresponds from 5' nucleotide of the messenger RNA. Then it is designated. You see in the primary transcript, one more point is remaining. There is two terms, that is downstream and upstream. So downstream is this side which is going towards the right hand side, and the numbers are designated here as +1, whereas in upstream it is -1. So in this way we go here, the promoter region, that is -10 and -35. So these are upstreams, and the negative are downstream. Now then we come, another point is there. This is that enzyme which is responsible for the protein for the synthesizing messenger RNA. This is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. It was first identified in Escherichia coli or E. coli. So it was 400 kilodalton core. It is comprising of, you can see, 2 alpha unit, 1 and 2, and 2 beta unit, beta and beta dash, and 1 unit, this is omega. So it has 5 units, that is 2 alpha, beta, beta dash, and a 6th unit is there, that is known as sigma, which is its core enzyme. So it has 2 identical alpha units, similar but not identical beta, beta dash subunits, and an omega subunit and a sigma subunit. Beta is thought to be catalytic subunit, so beta is responsible for the catalysis. Then this RNA polymerase enzyme is metalloenzyme. It contains 2 zinc molecules also, and the core RNA polymerase associates with the specific protein factor. This is known as sigma factor, that helps the core enzyme to recognize and bind to the specific DNA sequence, and promote DNA sequence of the promoter region. So this sigma factor is responsible for the identification of the protein factor. It is a specific protein factor that identifies the nucleotide sequence on the promoter region. The bacteria contains multiple factors, each of which act as a regulatory. So now what are promoters, which starts the initiation? To locate the correct initiation site where the new messenger RNA will synthesize, that site is recognized by this RNA polymerase, which binds to that DNA product, and these regions are known as promoter regions, and it is binding there with the help of sigma factor. These promoter regions are usually 40 base pair long and some may be 100 base pairs long. These promoter regions are highly conserved sequence, that is minus 10 base pair regions, that is now upstream है ना, and minus 35 base regions. Minus 10 base regions are known as, they are AT rich 6 base pairs, and they are also known as Tata box or Pribnov box, and the sequence is TA TA AT. It is from 5 dash to 3 dash. And minus 35 base pair regions are 8 base pairs which have consensus sequence. They are TG, TT, GA, CA. And RNA polymerase binds to this sequence to start the, and it creates an initiation complex, and now the initiation will. Now you can see these are Pribnov box which has TA, TA, AT sequence, and minus 35 sequence, that is consensus nucleotide, which is TT, GA, CA. You can see this is minus 10, and after the 17 base pair it is minus 35. So these are the promoter regions in. Now prokaryotic transcription has 3 steps, that is initiation, elongation and termination. Now you can overview how the synthesis takes place. So the first process is what? The transcription unit RNA polymerase will bind. This RNA polymerase will bind and it will unwind the DNA molecule. This unwinding of DNA molecule and new synthesis of RNA starts. This is elongation. Now the RNA will elongate and it will cause bound with many nucleotides, ribonucleotides, and messenger RNA elongates. And after the so much elongation, then termination signals are coming, and it will terminate, then an RNA polymerase will be released from here, and again rewinding will be occur. So here it is unwinding, then rewinding will take place, and new RNA transcript will be synthesized. So now we start with the initiation of transcription. The initiation of transcription is what? With the binding of RNA polymerase holoenzyme. You can see this RNA polymerase, it may bind to 100 base pairs or 40 base pairs, and it identifies consensus sequence where it will bind, or it is from upstream to the downstream. And initiation, now we see the binding of RNA polymerase to the promoter region is followed by conformational change in RNA polymerase, and the first nucleotide, that is purine, will always be associated with the initiation site on the subunit of the enzyme. In the presence of this appropriate nucleus, RNA polymerase catalyzes the formation of phosphodiester bond, and a nascent chain will be produced by which polymerization site on the subunit of RNA polymerase. So in both prokaryote and eukaryotes, a purine ribonucleoside is the first to be polymerized into RNA molecule. After 10 to 20 such nucleotides have been polymerized, then the promoter region is cleared, and it undergoes a conformational change, and promoter region is clear. On this transition occur, RNA polymerase physically moves away from the promoter and transcription down the transcription unit, leading to the next phase of process, that is known as elongation. So initiation. Then you can see this yellow color, this is RNA polymerase, and this is the sigma factor which attaches from, you can see from upstream to downstream, and in this way this RNA coding strand first, as it binds, unwinding takes place. You can see this is unwinding, and then new pro RNA is synthesized. You can see this is a sea green colored, and in this way new synthesis of messenger RNA takes place. Then comes the elongation factor. The elongations complex contain the core RNA polymerase which progresses along with DNA molecule, and DNA unwinding must occur in order to provide access to the appropriate base pairing. So the base now start pairing and new nucleotides of the template strand are synthesized, and the extent of transcription bubble, that is DNA unwinding, is constant, and it is about 20 base pairs per polymerase molecule. Then this RNA polymerase has been associated with an enzyme that is known as unwindingase, which opens the DNA helix. Topoisomerase both precedes and follow the progressing RNA polymerase to prevent the formation of superhelical complex. So it will avoid the formation of superhelical complex. Base pairing rule is followed during the incorporation of new ribonucleotides. Then elongation starts. So as the new nucleotides are present, then the new RNA is synthesized, which is you can see here, and nucleotides are removed. This synthesizes first, then the RNA new nucleotides are base pairing with it, and new nucleotide from 5' to 3' are synthesized. And here it is unwinding of DNA takes place from here, and as the synthesis starts and completed, then after the termination rewinding of DNA takes place, and this RNA polymerase core enzyme is attached here, and this is the coding strand, this is the template strand. Now the termination of transcription, the termination of the synthesis of RNA molecule in bacteria is of two types. This is raw dependent termination and raw independent termination. Now what is raw dependent termination? The termination process is signaled by a sequence in the template strand of DNA molecule, a single that is recognized by a termination protein, that is raw factor. Only this single raw factor is there. This raw is an ATP dependent RNA stimulated helicase that disrupt the nascent RNA DNA complex. It disturbs that DNA RNA complex, and now it stops the synthesis of new RNA. And raw independent termination, in that process, this process required the presence of interchange self-complementary sequence. So there are some sequences which forms the hairpin turns. This hairpin turn shows down the progress and RNA polymerase and causes it to pause temporarily. So there are some sequences. So the inverted repeat sequence on the template is followed by poly A sequence. When it is transcribed, the transcript has poly U sequence, and the regions of poly U sequence makes a weak hybrid with the poly A region of the template strand. As the transcription proceeds, there are also GC rich inverted repeats that leads to the formation of hairpin like loop structure, and in this way the formation of this hairpin loop does not allow the RNA polymerase to move further, and it also disrupts several AU base pairing and RNA DNA hybrid, and it is believed that this disrupts or this facilitates the dissociation of RNA transcript and RNA polymerase. In this way the termination occurs. So you can see here these are hairpin like group where you can see only GC sequences are there, and which causes. After the termination of synthesis of RNA molecule, the enzyme separates from DNA, and another factor, the core enzyme that recognizes a promoter at which the synthesis of new RNA molecule starts. Now what are the post-transcriptional modification? In prokaryotic there are no much modified or only removing extra nucleotide is there. so it will synthesize new messenger RNA. But there are many processes required in eukaryotic, so that we will study in eukaryotic transformation. The transfer RNA are then further modified to acquire special characters unique to transfer RNA. In prokaryotic organism, the primary transcript of messenger RNA encodes gene begin to serve as translation template and even before their transcription has been completed. So in prokaryote, with the transcription, translation also starts. So there are not much modification required in case of prokaryotes. This is because the site of transcription is not compartmentalized. So there are no many compartments into the nucleus as it is in eukaryotic organism. So the prokaryotic messenger RNA are subjected to little processing. So prior to carrying out their intended function in the protein. You can see here only this much modifications are there. This nucleotide, what you can see black in color, that is removed, and only pink nucleotides are attached and it forms a RNA, and at the same time translation also starts there only. So now the inhibitors of transcription. So rifampicin that inhibits beta subunit of prokaryotic RNA polymerase. So it inhibits the binding of RNA polymerase to the template strand, and in this way it inhibits it. Then and actinomycin D, it intercalates the DNA strand and it inhibits both DNA synthesis and RNA synthesis. So it also replication and also transcription both are affected as it blocks the chain elongation, and they interact with GC base pairing as they require 2 amino group of guanine for binding, and it is used in anticancer. Then mitomycin, it also intercalates the DNA strand, it also blocks the transcription, it is also then alpha-amanitin, it is a molecule that is a death cap, it is from a mushroom, and it is potent inhibitor of RNA polymerase. So the mechanism of action is that the alpha-amanitin inhibits RNA polymerase 2. This is eukaryotic inhibitor. Rest of all were prokaryotic inhibitor. So in eukaryotes we have RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2 and RNA polymerase 3. This RNA polymerase 2, it synthesizes messenger RNA, and so it stops initiation and elongation of transcription.
So thank you very much for watching this transcription in prokaryote. In my next lecture you will see transcription in eukaryotes, and the references are from Chatterjee Shinde, from Vasudevan and other books also.